Hello there friends, and today we are discussing buying your first investment property. Now, with anything in life, the first one is always the hardest one. It was for me as well, because obviously you don't know what the hell you're doing. It's all completely new to you, but there is a process to these things. So you're starting from scratch, you don't know anything. What are the things you need to get going? And if you break it down into points, sometimes that can take down the overwhelm and just give you the confidence to start looking, start trying. It's like anything, once you get going, there's a bit of momentum behind you, it all becomes easier. So two things obviously you're going to need is your solicitor and your mortgage broker. They are very, very important, because that's the first thing the estate agent's going to ask you. Have you got a mortgage broker and a solicitor? And you need to pass those details over. And it's probably worth having a chat and finding a solicitor and mortgage broker that work for you before you do anything else. And I would also recommend you get ones that specialise in buy-to-let property. Obviously, most of the work is going to be residential property, but go for the ones, even if they cost a little bit more, that specialise in the buy-to-let world, as it's going to make your life so much easier. So that would be my first point of call. And yeah, it's worth every penny you pay for the specialists. In my mind, I've had good and I've had bad, and when you're with good, God, it just makes things so much easier. And then you're going to need your 25% deposit, because yes, you need 25% down in the UK typically to get your first buy-to-let. You can get less, but the deals are worse. You pay more on the interest rate, etc. if it's less. This may change in the future, but right now I was structuring 25%, and you're going to need your stamp duty money as well, which is obviously another big chunk. If you haven't already got a property, this is actually less. So, but if you do own already, you already own a residential property, you will pay 5 points more, which it's just gone up an extra two points recently with the Labour government, which I was very unhappy about. So they're sort of really trying to sting the landlords at the moment on stamp duty, which, yeah, not a fan of, because it makes business worse, but that's a story for another day. So you're going to need 5 points more. And if you go onto stamp duty calculator, you can actually work this out very easily. Just put in, how much you're buying for, 200 grand, and it'll work it out for if it's your first purchase or if it's your second purchase. So that's pretty easy to work out. So you've got your 25%, then you've got your stamp duty, then you're going to just need your money for the solicitor, which they will break it down with you after your first conversation with them. And typically a mortgage broker will charge you for their fees if they're good. Some do it for free, but I would be careful with that, because if they're working on loads of volume, maybe you're not a massive priority. I think I pay $4.95 to my mortgage broker currently that does all my deals for me. So this is your first bits here. Once you've got all that, then you're ready. You've got to feel a bit more confident to go out there and start doing the really important bit, which is looking at properties. Yes, and I would recommend looking at least 100 properties in your targeted area you're looking to buy first, because after 100, you are now an expert in that area, and you know the difference between the roads, why one's 20 grand more and it's one road down. And that little bit of individual knowledge can really pay dividends, and it's worth a lot. So specialise in your particular area, and just look at that area. Don't overwhelm yourself with the whole of the country, because all the country is different, and there's different markets, like micro markets just in the UK, even though the UK isn't a massive country. So look at those 100 properties, make some friends with estate agents, sort of keep knocking on the door, seeing if they've got any great deals, and just start offering crazy money on properties. And eventually you'll get to sort of chat to these estate agents. And sometimes some of the best deals I've got is someone just sort of saying, "Oh, Rory, we've got this deal come up, they're really keen to sell. Would you be interested?" Especially in more of like a suppressed market. There you can find fantastic deals, and that's where the real money can be made in property. So definitely do that. See estate agents as your friends, because in property they can become your very best friend. So look at your 100 deals, make all your offers, and when you want to get rejected on most of those offers, obviously, and then you might sort of siphon it down to about 5 you have potential for, and then just crystallize on one and go for that particular one and get a fantastic deal, which is way behind, you know, what the market should be. It must stack up, so you know what your mortgage is going to be and what you can rent it out for. You must be making a good margin on that, because you've got to factor in things going wrong, like boilers going wrong, you know, all the maintenance that properties come with, which can be quite significant. So yeah, factor all that in and make sure you're making a decent profit, because if you're not making money every month, it isn't a great deal, especially if you're looking to keep it for the longer term. And yeah, unless you're just flipping it, and even then it's always good to have it where it does stack up, because if you do have to pivot off and keep it for a longer period, you don't have to sort of supplement it every month. And if you're not making loads of money, you know, you're younger, whatever, it's a better position if you're making £200 a month rather than losing £200 a month. And trust me, I do know this because I've been in both positions. So that is your next point of call, finding that great deal. And then it's just going through the process. And it's like anything, once you've gone through it once, you understand the dynamics of what happens, how long things take, you will feel a lot more comfortable on your second deal. This I can guarantee you. And it's actually not that complicated. Like anything, once you do it a few times, you'll become a seasoned pro in no time at all. Second, third, fourth time, fifth time, you're really running in and you're going to be doing great stuff. So here it is, from all the things you need to buy your first property, the fundamental things. Don't overwhelm yourself, just do it in order and you'll be there in no time. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.